Good day everybody and welcome back to FTRL. We are here for our third endurance race of season 33 and it is Grand Valley Highway, the Dust Bowl, that is hosts tonight's third endurance race of the season. Then the cars making their way out then for qualifying, 10 minutes before we have our 48 lap race around this tight, twisty but also high speed circuit here. Tight, twisty section, some high speed bits to it as well, a little bit of everything to test the drivers. Now on the outlap zone, Odon is the first man out on track for a change, and Zomlar, the usual man first out on track, is mired in the pack for a change. Wow, guten Tag, Herr Jones, from the poolside no less. Nobody asked me, frankly, don't care. So last week we were at Interlagos for our third sprint week of the season, and a race one, we are looking at our race one victor then, Odon, who was on course for a double. However, a rather bold move on blue flag saw him cede position. And the man who is quoting from poolside was victorious in race 2. Before race 3 was won by just Mikey, who finally hooked up for the first time this season proper. That's Odon. Ooh, what's happened there? That was a bit glitchy. So there we are, 3 winners last time out. Who's going to prevail though in the longer race? Now we're going to go on board with Odon then for a lap of Grand Valley Highway. And this is the start-finish straight. And our flying lap begins right now. Uphill over the crest, blind braking, so then hard on the brakes down at about the 200 metre board for the hairpin down to second gear. Try and get a bit tighter to Odon's a little bit away there from the apex, but use all the road on the exit. And then over to the right hand side there as you start heading down this sweeping section, then see off to your left then. Foot flat to the floor through here on the soft tyres, and maybe a little bit of a lift there. Then stay as hard, tight left then as you brake for this downhill tricky hairpin. Again, a little bit away from the apex there. But plenty of runoff there on the outside to utilise there as we head into this tricky double left flick. Use the camber, but stay tight there because the pushes you wide there over a little bit of a crest. Flick right quickly up against the wall on the left hand side. Then again, right there, cut a little bit of the corner, then straight into this hairpin down to first gear. Get the car rotated, put the second gear up early and on the throttle. Then short sprint under the tunnel. Forward down once again to second gear then for this long left hander, very tight. Short square then into the right hander, then open the entry up because you want to pick the speed up early on the exit onto the bridge. Along the bridge we go then into this tricky tunnel section, the uphill braking zone. Use that camber though to pull the car in. And hook that right hand side, then quick flick then into this tricky chicane here. Don't ride the curves too much, they will kick you out and penalties can be given there. It's a very tight exit there, and then on to the final section. The speed starts to build, then we go across the second bridge heading into the tunnel. Should be flat here on the soft tyres, using all the track there up to the right line, and now put the car at the start finish line there. A jerk over to the right hand side there for Odon, but the first time on the board then is a 1:49.8 from Odon. How will that stand him instead then? Stufer goes second, Derek next to the line, he goes into second place. Zom then, the current championship leader, goes fastest of all, 49.6. Mikey goes second on a 49.6 as well. Other drivers coming across the line then. Joker goes third, a 49.7. Odon down to fourth. Blue flag goes fifth with a 50.0. Pace Potter goes ninth. They didn't get a good lap. Matt Man has also decided to bail on his lap. Nobby Norris goes P6 then. But yeah, I think this is his first endurance race this season. He's finally made it. You know, he does like these ones. And it's a solid opening salvo there from him. Stuart Glenn's put himself into P8, Johnny Boy in P10, Static Shocker back in P11, Face Potter not the quickest lap there, so I think he made a mistake somewhere. Down in P12, Dane! We've got Dane, unretired Dane is back. He is this week filling in for, I think he's taken over from Katie Goodwin on a permanent basis, so it's great to have Dane back. And then having abandoned that first lap then. out on the second outlap. And we've also got Dusty Fossil in filling in for Jonesy, who of course is poolside somewhere. But nobody cares about that. Right, you'll have to excuse me because I've got back late from cycling and I haven't had my tea yet, so I'm just going to scoff a slice of pizza. So I'll leave you with an onboard of Zom for a moment. Improved to a 49.5. That's a good thing he did because Blue Flag has also improved to a 49.5 for his second lap. Also Stufa up to P7, the 50.0. Face Potter up to 6th as well, so hooking up his second lap. Puts himself in the mix, but look at the soft tyre wear already. They are not going to be lasting very long around here. So I imagine the medium tyre is going to be the tyre of preference for most tonight. So it's Zom from Blue Flag, from Mikey, Joker, Odom, Face Potter, Stufa, Noe Norris, Derek, Glyn, Johnny Boy, both in the pits for some fresh tyres. Let's shock P12, make that P13 as Dane goes up to P11. Just ahead of Johnny Boy, who's in his West Ham livery this week, that man. Now on first flyer. Stay on board with the Newcastle man then and see how he gets on. Ah, fuck him, Carl. Do your worst. Do your worst. Three then all in the pits then for fresh tyres. Want to get hustle on though if they do want to get another lap in. I don't know if Blue Flag's going to actually make it round. We shall see. It'll be tight. Man to the line. Getting a lap on the board here, and it is a 1 minute 50.4 that puts him into P8. Solid banker up there from him. I don't think these drivers, Noe Norris is not going to get around for another lap. I think so. It's B9 at best from him. No, he's been reset to the start finish line. So the running will still then Zom from Blue Flag by 27 thousandths per second. Mikey in third. Those drivers then. Zom I think is the one most likely to get round for another lap. Blue Flag I think is right on the cusp of whether or not he's going to make it round for another lap. I think Mikey's just in front of him. He is indeed, so Mikey, another one right on the cusp there of making it round to start one more flying lap. In a new livery this week. Very nice. Serving him well because he is nearly 0.3 of a second purple in sector 2. Out onto pole. Out onto provisional pole then, one lap from him, but Derek goes second. Zom has got another lap on the board. Joker goes second as well. So Odon then pulling a lap out of nowhere, puts himself onto a provisional pole, and he will get one more lap. Then Johnny Boy improves. So it's Odon from Joker, Derek up to third, then Zom down to fourth, but is on a flying lap. He's got Derek right in front of him. Now, can he keep the pace up? Blue flag down to P5. Did not get another lap in then, so he did not make the line. Mikey did. Just. Oh, that was Derek off the track, so that's out of Zom's way. Let's see how it's affecting Zom. Oh, that sounded like Mikey perhaps having a slide behind him. Odon coming around then, is he going to be able to improve them on provisional pole? Can he lower the bar even further with the fuel coming off? Tyre wear looking pretty horrific. He's coming to the line. This will not be an improvement from him. So we go back to Zom that he was just marginally down on his time through sector 2. Mikey's got a penalty, so he will not be improving. Zom does not improve. Mikey does not improve either. I think then that is your lot. So it is Odon then who snatches pole position. A great lap there from him. Joker joins him on the front row. Derek also is very solid at the top three, covered by 0.168 of a second. Championship leader Zom in fourth, blue flag in fifth. Mikey starts P6, then Glyn will be P7, face Potter P8, Stufer P9, Matman in P10, Nobby Norris P11, Johnny Boy P12. Dane P13 on his return. Static Shocker is P14. Please tell me he didn't qualify the hard tyre. Static Shocker, have you qualified on the hard tyre? Because that might explain the pace difference. And Dusty Fossil, who is filling in, so he is not qualifying. He will be starting at the back. So here we go then. So Odon stakes his claim for a strong result with the pole position. He'll be joined by Joker at the front then. Derek in third. Zom in P4. Blue flag P5. Sixth Mikey. Half a second then covering, or less than half a second covering your top six. Then Glyn in P7. Face Potter P8. Just ahead of Stufer in P9. The lead of the AM drivers. And Matman P10. Nobby Norris 11th. Johnny Boy P12. Dane on his return P13. Shocker P14. And Dusty Fossil P15, having not qualified. So there is the grid. Drivers will now make their tyre choices for the start of the race. Hard, the medium and the soft tyre must be used at some point for at least a one lap. They have as many sets as they wish. Predictions then in the chat, please. Who do we think is going to win this one then? Odon's looking quick. Derek also banging a good lap then, but some of the pros at the front there. We've got Joker P2, Blue Flag P5, Mikey P6, Glyn P7. They're all looking racy as well. pizza put away. I'll finish the rest of that later. Swan must suffer for his art, including a half-empty stomach. Here we go then. It's a very exhausting track, isn't it? Very busy circuit, especially sector 1. And the end of the lap as well. So we wait then for the race to begin. Drivers have made their tyre selections. Here we go. Odon starting on the medium tyres. It's soft tyres for Joker and for Derek. Hard tyre for Zom. P4, that's not him, that's blue flag in P5. He's on the mediums then. The hard tyres for Mikey. It's the mediums for Glyn. The hards for Face Potter and for Stufer. The mediums for Matman. Nobby Norris is on the hards. Johnny Boy's on the hards. Dane's on the hards. Mediums for Standard Shocker and the hards for Dusty Fossil. Away we go. Odon then will lead us up to turn 1 for the first time. Rolling start, of course. Movers and shakers to begin with then. Derek and Zomu. Who was that going? Was Mikey hanging outside on the outside there behind blue flag. Glenn dropping in behind him. Scars then heading down the hill for the first time. He's gone forward with Mikey. Oh, those hard tyres fitting on this opening lap. Not fun, I would imagine. Front then. Soft tyre runners. Mikey wants a little bit deeper the hairpin then. Is Glenn going to sneak up the inside? Where is he? There he is. He is alongside. He's now on the outside for the next corner, so Mikey should be able to hold this. Clearly you can see they're appearing in the mirror. Drops back in then to Odon leads, but on those medium tyres, the car's behind him. 2 of them on the softs. Got Zom on the hard tyre as well. So at the minute, Derek and Joker on the soft tyres need to get a move on here. Joker is all over the back of Odon, who is on the medium tyres. Look at that. Audi there looking for the inside line there, but the door is shut in his face. Up to the bridge we go then. The Audi tucked right into the slipstream. Let's see if he can make a move on the brakes. Does he pop to the inside? He does. Is he late enough on the brakes? The answer is no, it's not a heavy enough braking zone. Soft versus medium tyre as well. You can see what grip he's got at this stage. He needs to get through as quick as possible. Then he's had a good run out of that chicane there, but he's not going to be able to find a way through here, I don't think. Like I said, he starts to wind up, then he's got to follow him through the tunnel, try and get him on the brakes into turn 1 if he can stay close enough. But we have seen already how quick that Mercedes is in a straight line compared to pretty much everything else in the grid this season. However, Joker's got a really good slipstream here. Pull to the inside. Odon can afford to let him go. It's not the same tyres at the minute. He's got the inside line then on the brakes for turn 1. Joker down the inside. Can he get it stopped? He can. Can Odon fight back around the outside? He cannot. And that is move done then for Joker. So Joker hits the front for the first time. Odon does try and fight back though. So they plunge down the hill. Derek in third, also on those soft tyres, will be keen now to kind of get up to the back of Odon and make the same move to make use of those soft tyres. We saw him make a bit of a faux pas last week with qualifying. He qualified on the softs while everybody else was on the medium tyres, and he didn't stick it on pole. The ball strategy did not pay off from last week. He's now gone with the ball strategy again this week, the same as Joker. Oh, Joker's had a bit of a moment there through that hairpin, bent up in the dust on the outside there, but you had enough of an advantage there over Odon. But he has not been a repass then as they're closing in. That Sun Energy car. Initially, Derek's gone with an orange livery when his team red. He is now purple, although I imagine with being the first full flying lap of the race, everybody will be purple on this lap. See then if he can make the same move that Joker did. He's now all over the back of Odon as they wind their way through. Oh, Odon's wide out of that chicane, and that's an easy picky move then. Odon's gone round! Odon sideways in the wall. 4th, 5th place as well. Zom and Glyn get through. Blue flag as well. So a mistake there from the pole sitter. So Joker now leads from Derek. The two soft tyre runners. Good for him, but a long, long way to go. And he's shown he's got pace over a lap here, so he's still in the hunt. He's lost a bit of track position, so it wasn't the worst. Why is Aaron talking about himself in the third person? No, that's just a beneficial side effect of being busy doing something else. It's my friend's birthday, so I'm going down to London to go drinking instead. Because the BMW has driven me to drinking. Speaking of the BMWs, let's see how they're getting on. P7 in the minute is Mikey then, still in touch with the leaders on the hard tyres. There is Stuffer, the first of the BMWs. They're having a bit of a moment on the hard tyre as well though, so he's going well, so it's not that bad. Just ahead of Matman, who's up one place then. Nobby Norris is up to P10, Johnny Boy in P11, who's gone backwards. Base Potter is the man who's gone backwards then, so I'm qualified in the top 8. Finds himself down at P15, so a drama somewhere there for the pink Barbie car. On those hard tyres in stint 1, that's maybe why then. But then we've got a battle between Dane and Dusty Fossil and Johnny Boy. Look at that splendid view. Baltimore Ravens car though, interesting choice. I wish it was a cocktail party now. No, going to slum it in some dirty rock bar fever. Of course, that's just the guy I am. Oh, and Johnny Boy finds the wall. That BMW rear traction. That's something to look forward to Pagani. Watch that. Johnny Boy there finding the wall, the back end of that BMW letting go through that little tricky chicane. BMW known for its low end, low speed traction loss. Proving its point there. Meanwhile, up front and untroubled so far is Joker then in the Audi. He is 2.5 seconds to the good over Derek. He is in turn 2.8 seconds ahead of Blue Flag, who's the first medium tyre runner. And then Som is the first hard tyre runner in 4th. But very well placed at the minute, 7.4 seconds off the lead on the hardest compound of tyres. So let's look at the fuel as well. We're on lap 4. And he's on 3/4 of a tank. Now Som is usually quite good on fuel, so if he can get 3 laps, we're looking at about 12 lap stints. Which would, in theory, make this a 3-stopper, but soft tyres are definitely not going to do 12 laps. So probably looking at a 4-stop, depending on fuel stretching and how far the softs can go. If we look at the soft tyres on Derek's car, that front left tyre looking particularly angry, as it is on the Audi of Joker as well. So that is, we're on lap 4 already, that's now a 3rd one. That's only going to get quicker in terms of wear, so I would imagine we're going to get about maybe 7 or 8 laps out of that. We'll keep an eye on that then. At the minute, the front 2 are away and clear, although Derek is currently being caught by Blue Flag as the medium tyre, I do predict will be the better race tyre. Blue Flag buoyed by strong performance last week, also filled in GT1 in the 19 Audi and had some strong results as well. So in fact, Derek has already peeled into the pits, and so Derek has gone 4 laps and has boxed. So Derek has decided to get off of those tyres early. So he's decided to do something different from Joker. The AMG quite heavily front engined. Well, the engine is as far back in that engine bay as it can be, so it's close to a mid-engine car as it can be, but the front tyres still wear heavier. And he's now out onto the hard tyre then. So from 2nd place onto the hard tyre he goes, drops all the way to the back of the field. So that pit stop then has cost him in the region of 24 seconds. He's got 3 seconds of clear track to Johnny Boy. He's recovering after his spin. That's Joker going 130, then keeping Dane and Face Potter on. Face Potter starting to pick his way forward again. Dusty Fossil up to P10 on the back of Nobby Norris. Going well in 9th, his first, as I mentioned before, his first endurance race of the season. He has excelled in some of these. Of course, Maggiore last season, he said, was his best ever drive. Dusty Fossil about to stick a move on him into the left-hander. Both these cars on the hard tyre. It's not really his battle, so he can afford to let Dusty Fossil go. Dusty filling in for the Pro category. Mattman continues to chase Stufer, who is the AM category leader. His battle with Johnny Boy rages on as well. We'll go through the standings at some point soon. Meanwhile, Mikey has got the bag that's back on again. It's starting to close in a bit. Odon's latched onto the back of Glyn and Zom. Zom is now 5 seconds off the back of Blue Flag. Joker carrying on as well. So Joker's going to do at least 6 laps on these soft tyres. Now they are well, that front left are well over half worn. Down to there, Binny goes in. Look at the lap times. There's lap times into the 51s now. Blue Flag behind him in the 50s, so now Blue Flag was a full second quicker on that last lap. So I think the best of those soft tyres are gone. We may see him as he kicks up the dirt there through the door left. I think he'll probably be best bet would be in the end of this lap, because look at how quickly now those tyres are wearing. As I say, after like 4 laps, it was about a third one. 2 laps later, and that's now 2/3 one. So let's say pretty much every week, when we do these, or every other week, we do these endurance races. The more they wear, the more they slide, and the more they slide, the more they wear. Point in case you get 4 laps to do 1/3, and then 2 laps to do 2/3. So the gap now down to 3.8 behind him. So Blue Flag now is taking bags of time out of him. While Zom still holding on to 3rd, lead hard tyre runner. Glyn's on the medium tyres. Zom having to go a bit defensive there along the bridge. Didn't fancy a move being done on him into the tunnel. Oh, Johnny Boy's gone. Oh no, he lagged out. Was he struggling with this one? So I'm having a bit of a moment there through that chicane. Mikey as well, getting a little bit sideways. Right, does Joker peel in? He does. So Joker is in from the race lead. What will he go on to now then? Behind him here comes the Zom Glyn Odon battle. Odon in the slipstream of the Audi, then that AMG's got the grunt though, but Glyn has got the slipstream from Zom. Odon will have the inside for turn 1 though. They're both on the medium tyre. Odon going to get it stopped without hitting the back of Zom. He's on the gravel on the inside, gets it slotted in between them just about. I think there he needed to brake late to outbrake Glyn, but had to be careful not to hit the back of Zom. He will be a little bit slower on those hard tyres. Second he goes, and Blue Flag now the race leader on the medium tyres. How far will they go? So he's got 6 laps in the books, and he's gone half a lap to get. So it looks like 12 laps of the fuel. So I'm the same. Looking racy. Glyn is slightly over half tank there. Once again, Glyn showing that he is superb at fuel management. But we've seen him do excellent work on the fuel, and then in the middle of races, before like Le Mans especially, he was kind of right in the mixer in the first stint at Le Mans. And then just just disappeared from contention thereafter. So hopefully he'll stay at the sharp end this week. Still ahead of Mikey, who's also doing well on fuel. He's bang on half a tank now. Some under threat then from Odon for second. Trying to go around the outside, that'll be a brave move. Not able to pull it off. Zom has got the inside line. Quick left flick. Going to kind of attack the curbs a little bit, but not too much. Odon looking for the inside there. Zom shuts the door very firmly in his face. Odon switches to the outside. They're going to go side by side across the bridge, are they? They are. They're side by side. Into the tunnel we go. Zom's going to have to hold it tight here. Odon trying to go around the outside and gets it done. What a move. Odon up to P2 then. A bold and brazen move around the outside in the tunnel, the final corner. He wants to make the most of those medium tyres while he can. So now he's got a bit of clear track then. What can he do about trying to close down on Blue Flag? He should be able to start pulling away from Zom. Meanwhile, Mattman up to P6. He's got ahead of Stufer, who who is now under threat from Dusty's Fossil, who just continues to make steady progress and up the order, now to P8. On the back of the AM leader. Interesting livery on his car there. Lederhosen Racing, of course. Of course, then face spot up to 9th as well. Still got Dane right on his tail. Then we find Joker, who's now on the hard tyre, just ahead of Nobby Norris. And there's Derek, who also pitted early off the soft tyres, and so Joker maintained his gap over Derek. That's Shocker in P14. Blue flag then lead is 8 seconds exactly over Odom, who is trying to break away from Zom. He's just got out of slipstream. Zom stayed with him through that section then, so not being able to pull away so far. On there, could do a break in the toe here because Zom, if he can get close enough, I fancy moving to turn 1. Good on there, trying to break the toe. Zom in the slipstream. He is now closing. Is he going to get close enough into turn 1? Glyn is just getting dragged along at the moment. I think Odom will be safe in the braking zone. He's just got enough of an advantage still, so Zom not able to make a move. More than likely. Whee. Dane has just dropped off the back of face pod a little bit. Joker trying to close in. Nobby Norris still there at P12. Derek early qualified P3, ran P2. Shocker had a bit of a draw on lap 5 by the look of it. 2:11. Blue flag then maintaining his advantage over Odon. That gap has not really dropped. It's still around about 8 seconds. In fact, Blue flag's put a couple of tenths back into Odon. So Blue flag with clean air is able to more than match Odon's pace. Now in the 51s. 51.8 from Odon last time around, but now it's Zom under pressure again, this time from Glyn. Good news for Joker is that Zom's now battling with Odon and McGlynn, so that will be costing him a little bit of time. So let's look at Zom's time, and the best fastest lap of a 51.7. He's out of slipstream range of Odon this time, so he won't be getting dragged down the straight, so Glyn might have a chance here. If he can get a good exit and a good run. AMG is pulling away. So we saw a blue flag, he was right under the rear wing. No, it was Joker. Sorry, it was Joker was right under the rear wing of Odon when he made the move. Glyn there was just too far back. He needs to get on that little chicane before the tunnel, right on the back of the Mercedes, and then you just got to drag him all the way along, and then he should be able to make the move. That tyre wear now starting to be a factor. Down to about a third of a tank. So fair. Situation. Glyn's the best of the top 4. Mikey just behind him as well. So yeah, best of the top 5. Glyn's definitely the best on fuel. Mikey with a 51.7, Glyn's a 51.8. Or is that Mikey with a penalty? Though it is. Mikey's ran wide somewhere. It's almost a 51.7. 51.4 from Odon. 50.4 from Blue Flag. So Blue Flag then has definitely got the pace about him in clean air. 51.8 against 51.4, so last time Odon pulled 4 tenths back on him. Blue flag's tyres, that front left tyre is getting close to its best, and he's struggling a little bit there through that right-hander. It's a clockwise circuit, so more right-handers. That means that front left tyre is the one getting the hardest working. But I think he should be okay to get to the end of the fuel. Should be 2 more laps. At the gauge. Was he in this time? He's tight now. Blue flag's in. So Blue flag pits from the lead then. What does Odon do? Does he respond? He does. So I'm just going to go round. Glynn's going round. Mikey's going round. Blue flag 2 litres better off than Odon. That'll save him 7 litres per second refuel time, so a couple of tenths a second in there as well, depending on what level of fuel he wants to go up to. It's 85 then, which suggests blue flag is coming out on the softs. He is part fueled. Is it the soft tyre? It's the mediums again. Interesting. So strategies now starting to come in then. Joker has stayed ahead of blue flag, and the gap is severely reduced. They do have a car in between them though, and it is Dane. Derek now on the back of Norris. Going out in 13th then, but has got clear track. And he's back on the medium tyres as well. So Zom is now the race leader on those hard tyres, still holding off Glyn and Mikey. Mikey on the hards, Glyn on the mediums. Matman in 4th, going well as well. Look at the fuel as well. Matman doing a superb job on the fuel. I think that's the best fuel of anybody, I think. Yeah, so Matman doing a superb job there with the fuel then. Could do maybe burning a little bit of it off, try and close that gap to Mikey then at this stage then. But Matman's got a strategy in mind. He's going to go run longer than the guys ahead. Now, this man has been superb in the endurance races this season. Won Le Mans, although slightly fortuitously, and then won at Daytona as well. Although, again, there was question marks over whether he would have won it had he not been, well, we've not seen a disconnect from Jonesy after the final round of pit stops. So might have been under some pressure. In the end, he managed to hold off Odon. See, in Le Mans, he was slightly lucky when blue flag's wheel disconnected about 2 corners from home, causing him to crash out. But he's been there to pick up the pieces in both. 2 wins and a sprint win at Brands Hatch to his name this season. Since then, it has been the sprint races where he's not quite excelled as much. He's just banking good points at Sardinia. And then last week as well, just banking good points at Interlagos. I'm possibly going to go a bit longer then, so it looks like Zom will be in this time around, you would imagine. Glyn might have one more lap in him. Again, Glyn's doing very well his tyre wear, all things considered. Mikey's not bad on fuel. Mikey's possibly got another lap in there as well. So yeah, Matman only now on a quarter of a tank there, so possibly 4 more laps in there. 12 laps, they've done 11 laps at this point, so yeah, maybe 13, 14 laps. Going very well than the AM class leader, Dusty Fussell, catching, but so far has not been able to pass him. Pace Potter up to P8 then with Joker now behind him. So Pace Potter on worn hard tyres, Joker on fairly fresh ones. Blue flag has made his way past Dane and is now setting about trying to close down on Joker. Blue flag running a little bit heavier on fuel now, but he's only short fuel. 85 litres went into that car. Damien One has a half-second penalty. Even vulnerable to Nobby Norris come the braking zone. And then Derek has not found their way through yet, so Derek's now going to start looking behind him because Odon is still in the hunt. Mikey's gone round, then Zom and Glyn pit. Now, interesting that Glyn's pitted. 13 is the fuel, so Glyn's got enough fuel there that he could easily jump Zom here, depending on what fuel they're going to go in. Mikey did have one more lap in there. Decided his tyres weren't the one. That man's going to go around again. Now it's a question of Phoebe's said maybe 14 laps though. I don't know if those tyres I want to do there. 53s, it's not the optimal pace for the mediums. Matt has a strategy in mind, so he'll make some of that time back up in the pits obviously. Can he do one less pit stop? Because that would save him a big chunk of time. Steve will be in this time around. He's done a good job on fuel as well. Joker meanwhile has passed Face Potter. Oh, Face Potter's on the gravel, coming down the hill. That's scary stuff. His teammate then closing in behind him then. Will he release the Audi? He lets him go, yep. Good teamwork there from the pink team. Blue flag then sets out trying to chase down early race leader Joker. Blue flag started on the mediums again. So we'll take his pain on the hard tyres, but also has the soft tyres left to use. Joker has run the soft tyre once already. Will he use them again later on? Or will he look out for the mediums for the rest of the race thereafter? Then Stuford out all over the back of Matman. So Matman, while his fuel saving is good, his pace is not great. 52.1 he did in lap 5 would be fairly solid, but he slipped into the 53s. Last couple, that's always very wide there, and Stuford might be the inside, he is. So, well, Matt saved some good fuel there. I suggest those tyres are not holding out as well as the fuel is. Mikey we know will definitely be in. Here he comes. Good sitting there from Mikey. Back into the 51s last couple of laps as well. It's good pace late in the stint. Stuford will be in because he's on the red line of fuel. That man's going to go around again. So Matman then will take the lead of the race. Joker's going to come through. Take B2. Blue flag in hot pursuit. Potter going around again as well. Face Potter's another one who's really come on leaps and bounds with his fuel saving because he was really struggling earlier this season. Mikey's out on the soft tyre. It's a very short fuel for Mikey. He's jumped Odom. I don't think so, Phoebe, no. No, so Joe could do what, 6 laps? And they were about good 7. I would say it's probably their limit. Because after that, even though you may have some tread on it, you're going to be struggling. So I don't think you're going to want to do any more than 7 laps realistically. But we just see that. But Mikey then has short fueled, so he's gone light on his soft tyres. He's going to be aggressive then for the next few laps. So what's that? Maybe 3 or 4 laps? Probably 4 laps. Still down at 6 according to Pagani. There we go. Inside a man. Mikey then needs to make short work of Novi Norris here if he can. Oh, he's wide. That could be Mikey's opportunity. If he can get the traction down, she can. It's up the inside. Down the inside he goes. And through into P5 then. Bit of clear track then. Now he's chasing down Face Potter. Blue flag, meanwhile, has caught the back of Joker. Joker on the hard tyres. Blue flag on the mediums. Looking at the inside. And again. Has done a superb job, but those tyres are pretty much dead. But yeah, Matman looks like the only man who is on for the 3 stopper then, so that will save himself about 24-25 seconds. In he comes. Joker will resume the lead momentarily, but blue flag is tucked right under his rear wing. Joker's going to defend the inside here. Blue flag wants it though. He's going to find a gap on the inside. He does just about. Joker gives him the squeeze, but blue flag's going to sneak up the inside still. Can he get it stopped? He can, and into the lead goes blue flag. Joker can afford to let him go. So they're on different tyres, different strategies at the moment. Now Mikey then, what can Mikey do then? Clear track, low fuel, soft tyres. Let's see what kind of lap times he can bang in then. Odon to 4th. Back out into 5th now. Someone's come out in 6th, then he's on the hard tyre again. That's interesting. Som is double hard stinting. Well, I don't want to criticise because he's won both the endurance races so far this season, but that is a bold strategy. Let's see if it pays off him. Glynn is now also out on the hard tyres. Dusty Fossil now in P8 but has stopped. Fresh tyres on. Stufer out in P9. Has jumped Matman, who is now on the hards. Spots out in P11, back resuming his battle with Dane. They're now on the mediums together. Novi Norris out on the mediums in 13th. As to the Shocker is now on the hards in 14th. Then. Blue flag then starting to stretch away. As you would expect though, he's on a soft compounded tyre, the mediums. Joker behind him on the hards. Let's keep an eye on Mikey that gap was 6 seconds to Joker. It's now down to 3.8. Gap to the front is 5.4. Mikey coming to the line then. The current fastest lap 49.6. Mikey beats that with a 49.4. Runs up high into the wall there though. Off turn 1. He's on the gravel. That's how the green machine is doing then. Well, Odon's P4. Dusty Fossil is P8. I think Stufa is behind him P9. So 4th, 8th and 9th for Team Green. Top 3 then covered by 5.5 seconds. Mikey, the fastest man on track. Blue flag last lap did a 50.9. Joker did a 52.8. My 51s looks like good pace on the harder tyre. Like in the 50s. Like he's serving a penalty there, or was he just diving to the inside? I'm not quite sure. Currently doing low 51s then, so blue flag a little bit quicker at this stage. Odon will be ruining that spin he had early on right here. That was lap 2. It looks like he has one more lap in the tank before he gets rid of his hard tyres. He's then free to use the mediums for the remainder of the race. Let's see what Zom's doing. Double hard has just thrown me ever so slightly. We'll see, he's edging away from Glyn then. 51.9 from Zom, 52.4, so half a second slower from Glyn. Give chase. Stufa and Dusty Fossil are battling. Stufa getting ahead. It's mediums against hards then, so Stufa having good pace at this stage of the race. With his AM title rival out of the race already. Good chance to score some big points and really take a grasp of that AM championship battle. We'll go through the standings in a moment actually. Let's do that now while I remember. If there are any errors to the tables, it's because it's Graham's fault this week because Jonesy didn't do them. Right then, in... where are we? Overall standings then, Zom leads the way still on 184. Blue flag is second on 169. Odon up to third after another strong week from him, 158. Tied now with Joker in fourth on 158. Then Jonesy is fifth on 151. Then Derek in sixth on 140. Face Potter is P7 on 132. Matman is 8th on 111. Then Mikey is 9th on 108 after his win last week. Then Stufa, currently on screen, is P10 on 101, 2 points ahead of Glyn, who is on 99. Then Beach is 12th on 90. We've got Nobby Norris on 77 in 13th. Katie Goodwin, she's now Dane in 14th on 75. Static Shocker in 15th on 44. And then in the individual splits, in the Pro, Joker leads the way on 104. In fact, he's tied with Blue Flag. 2 wins to 1 though, sees him head that one as those two duke it out then for the Pro title. And Jonesy tucked in behind in third on 98. A bit of a gap back into Glyn on 58 and Mikey in fifth on 56. In the Pro-Am category, as you might expect, Zom is leading the way on 118. 3 wins to his name. Then Jodon is second though and chipping away. 94 points in second, 3 wins as well. Derek is third with a win to his name. Of course, Brands Hatch on 76 points. Face Potter is 4th on 74. And Matman is 5th on 58. And then in the AM category, as we mentioned, Stufa leads the way on 107. Johnny Boy is second on 98, but not scoring then. So lagging out. Nobby Norris is third on 82. Dane is 4th on 73. Static Shocker is 5th on 55. And in the team standings, Purple Rain lead the way on 417, just 5 points ahead of the Green Machine on 412. The Pink Team are third, 345 points. They are 8 points ahead of the Red Shell Syndicate on 337, with the blue team on 287 in 5th. So that's the standings into this week then. Zom still the man to catch, but in this one, blue flag is the race leader. 5 seconds to the good then. Joker looks like he might be in this time around. Go for those hard tyres. Sure we'll be able to see the back of those then. I imagine he'll be onto the mediums here. Everyone going through. Back into P2 he goes. We'll go through then. We'll also go through. Stufer going around. Second penalty to his name. We'll carry on. Just giving chase. That car is green, believe it or not. Stufer's picked himself up a half-second penalty. Joker is on his way, as expected, on the medium tyres. Now, where is he? On lap 19, so we've got less 30 laps. 15 laps is probably a stretch. So we can have 2 more stops. So there's the possibility he may go back onto the soft tyres yet. 2 sort of 12, 13 lap stints done. Or 12 and a 13, give himself 5 laps on the softs at the end. Just to counteract blue flag, who has still got to use the soft tyres. He's come on just ahead of Mikey, who is now pitted, is back out on the mediums. 2-0 Villa, well. Come on, Forest. The current fastest lap then 49.4. You can see the drop off though. 50.0 the lap after, 6/10 off, and then pitted at the end of the last lap. Let's have 2 seconds behind Joker, slightly less fuel. Of course, I'm pitted a little bit earlier. Race spotted having a bit of a lonely P9, but keeping Mikey honest, 3 seconds back. Meantime, well, Matman a little bit wide out of the chicane. Matman has cleared Derek. Derek's now out on the medium tyres again. Oh, he's now on the medium, so Derek's now done his tyre allocation. So Joker and Derek are fine now for tyres. They can run whatever they like for the rest of the race. I've heard the guy out trying to run 600 kilometres in 96 hours. Is that man absolutely mental? Is that 3 days? 200 k's a day. Jesus Christ, what a mental man. I have not, but that is crazy shit. Fair play. If he can pull that off, then fair play. I would not fancy being the blisters on his feet at the end of that. I mean, I could probably cycle 600k in 96 hours. I definitely couldn't run it. Derek, Nobby and Matman all closing up then 10th, 11th and 12th. And again on the Matman, another one on the side, on the medium skinny side. Fair play. Fair play. We'll keep an eye on that. And blue flag in from the lead. Now what tyres does our race leader got? He's run mediums and mediums so far. Everyone's gone round again. Everyone's doing very well on fuel here, so everyone extending again. So I'm just going to go through. This blue flag put on, he's filling the tank, so it's going to be the mediums or the hards. Yes, it is. Find it when he gets to the end of pit lane. It's going to be critical. It's going to be the hard tyre then, so he's going to take his pain now. Where's Joker? He's behind. I don't know. He's done 45. 32k in 45 hours, so he's got what? 3 hours to do 68k. 23k an hour. That's pretty quick in it. It's kind of marathon pace, so yeah, he's probably. I mean, that's 3 days non-stop. I mean, does he? Is it timed? I'm assuming he's allowed to sleep in between those, or does he have to run 600k just flat? Because that would definitely break you. Right then, Joker honing in on the back of Blue Flag. Blue Flag taking his pain on the hard tyre, and then so Joker really needs to get by quickly and pull away. He's making full advantage of his tyres, especially while Blue Flag's still getting his tyres up to temperature on this lap. Those hard tyres will feel absolutely awful as they get warmed up. So Joker to strike, then Odon is in from the lead. So will reclaim the lead of the race, and Joker closing in. Nice and tidy through there. Then if you have a good run then up the hill here. I mean, fair play. That would be the worst thing. Like I say, I could do that on bike, but I'd have to like a decent 8 hours sleep. There's no way I would be able to do that on 20-minute power naps. And here we go then, the battle for P6. But this is looking at the net race lead realistically between these two. Then Joker to the outside. Blue Flag defends the inside. We saw Blue Flag send it up the inside of Joker. Joker's going to lean on him at the hairpin. Blue Flag's going to hold it on the inside though. Blue Flag knows he needs to keep Joker at bay as long as he can do, because this is realistically the battle for the lead overall. Mikey's still in the hunt. Odon's still in the hunt as well. They have just tucked in behind them. Joker looking at the inside for the next hairpin, but nothing doing. Can he force a mistake? Blue Flag's wide. Joker up the inside. Doesn't. Not able to get the power down to turn underneath him though, and we will hang on. There's Mikey, there's Odon, so I think this is realistically the battle for the lead. Zom's in there somewhere as well. Meanwhile, Joker's trying to make it work here. Gonna go on the outside, there's contact again. To the wall goes Joker. To the inside now though. Oh, he gets the back end kicked out though, but he's managed to get the traction down, I think. And through he goes. Good move, good battle. Tied at the top of the pro standings, and they're battling for the overall race lead, but that's brought Mikey right into this equation now as well. Mikey on the medium tyres, so he has yet to run the hards. Well, didn't know he ran the hards at the start, didn't he? So Mikey's run the hards as well. So Mikey's now also finished his tyre allocation. And Mikey goes straight on the outside, but then goes deep. He only had that move done. If he could have got that stop, that move was done. And Odon is now right with them as well. So this is your battle for the lead. Net. Zom is only 14 seconds up the road. Well, what strategy Zom is on, we shall see. Steve are going well in third. Blue Flag and Mikey are duking it out again. Mikey this time has the inside for turn 1, but the outside for the hairpin. So if Blue Flag can keep his nose in there, but Mikey clears him. So Blue Flag then just has to accept his fate at this stage, and now here comes Odon, who's on the softs. That's why Odon has roared into equation. Then with race 1 winner last week. Shows early intent. Then was a bit of a dive bomb last week on Blue Flag in race 2. That cost Blue Flag the win. You can see position on the line. Look how much more grip he's got there for that right-hander. Onto the bridge. And there should be a formality then down the inside. He'll have the inside line and the better braking ability. Soft tyre versus hard. Blue Flag appears in the mirror. So Blue Flag held up his rivals a little bit. Now he needs to try and cling onto the coattails. Then there's a little bit of a twitch there through that Mickey Mouse chicane. set down about chasing Mikey. Quickly on his droplet flag. Now sets about chasing down after Mikey's Audi R8. And we are at the halfway stage then, so the end of this lap will be half race distance. Going on further back than Blue's got a half-second penalty as well. Then face Potter is P9, Derek P10. That's just not had the pace as the opening stint. Then a great qualifying effort, but at the moment struggling to stay with the race leading pace. At the front 11th is Nobby Norris. Batman is P12. Trying something different strategy-wise. He's got Dane all over the back of him on a very worn medium tyres. He's getting towards the end of his stint. Shocker in the Team Pink Cup. That's a hairpin. Well, then Zom is your race leader by 8 seconds then, so he's pulled away from Glyn in this stint. Them on the hard tyres. Zom, interestingly, doing a second hard stint, which has just baffled me massively. But we shall see. 12 lap stints again, so Zom not getting the fuel numbers compared to some of his rivals. So he's on the forced off, then Zom pits from the lead, then Glyn has got the fuel to go around. Whether you want to get off of those hard tyres, and there is no, he's going to carry on. Stuffer going really well in third. Here comes the pack behind then. Oh, it's all four of them. We've got Dusty Fossil. Joker's got a half-second penalty though. It's 3 wide behind. As Dusty Fossil decides to drop out of that battle, Joker squeezing out on. Mikey around the outside, and Mikey hits the front of this group, but then loses out to Joker again down the hill there. The contact on the bridge as they head off. They're side by side. Down the hill, Mikey on the left, Joker on the right. There's more contact, more door banging. Mikey forces his way through. Joker's got the half-second penalty to serve in a moment when they get to the bridge. Joker now holding off Odon now. Odon on the soft tyre, so Joker can really afford to let Odon go. It's not his race at this stage. But of course he's going to try and hold it, but also kind of Stuffer then. What can he do here in terms of holding this up for his teammate? Mikey is through, and on his bumper. Oh, there's contact there. Oh, more contact. Joker to the back of Mikey, to the back of the Stuffer. Oh, that's a big shame. Stuffer gets going again. Mikey slows to let him through. There was the initial contact there, but then Mikey got hit from behind because he slowed on the racing line, unfortunately. He slowed after the initial contact. Joker unsighted, giving a helping hand. Joker then serves his penalty. Through goes Odon. Just through, but Joker's going to fight back on the inside of the braking zone. So Mikey has lost around about 4 seconds with that, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Still in the hunt there, but that's cost him. Yeah, Stuffer went a bit wide there. Mikey got the nose at the inside. Stuffer shut the door, as he was right to do, but a little bit of contact, and then the secondary contact there from the unsighted cars, unfortunately, is what sent Stuffer around. Big shame. But Stuffer still leads the Am battle, and he's going to pit. Dusty Fossil pits as does Stuffer, and Mikey is in as well. Why is Mikey pitted? Why has Mikey pitted? Why has Mikey pitted? I'm very confused. Very confused by that one. That seems very good. He's got plenty of fuel left, and the tyres were fine, so I'm a little bit puzzled as to what happened there. The hard tyres for Mikey. Did Mikey not start on the hard tyres? Just Fossil his way. Stuffer also on his way. Mediums for Stuffer, hards for Dusty Fossil, hards for Mikey. I'm a little confused at what's going on there, if I'm honest. Well, all that's left Glyn in the lead of the race by 2.8 seconds, and as Odon is flying along behind him. Trying to close. Well, that has done has brought blue flag back into this equation a little bit then. He's gained some time on Joker again, who was held up by that spin ahead of him. Potter on very, very warm medium tyres, and I think he'll be peeling off this time around. Might have the fuel, but I don't think he has the tyres to do another lap, and I really wouldn't want to do another lap on that front left tyre. So that will be dying at some point on this lap, and yeah. Sixth in the background. Norris P7 with Zom behind him, now on the medium tyres. So it's almost finally got off the hards. Pace Potter's gone round again, oh my god. Luke, do you know what you're doing? Because this lap is going to be very interesting for you. Very interesting indeed. Then Glyn pits from the lead, so Odon now leads. It's the soft tyres then for the blue shod Audi. Makes his way out, the Matman just going through. So he's Pro-Am teammate, so he should let him go fairly quickly. And then Zom is 5 seconds up the road on the back of Norris. He's also on very warm medium tyres, so I don't think his next pit stop's too far away. I know, isn't it? That tyre is going to be something else by the end of this lap. Oh, he's wide. Oh, he's in the wall. It's already gone wrong. That's one lap too many. Oh, Derry May in the wall again. It's all gone wrong. Should have pitted. Said he should have pitted. I was very surprised. That was a poor choice to go one extra lap there. That's cost him more than he's going to gain. Clearly he thinks for his strategy he needed to do that extra lap, but I fear that was the wrong call. Finding his way through the chicane, and Joker's closing back in now a little bit on this lap. I think Odon's tyres are past their best. Well, he has plenty of fuel in the tank. I don't know if he'll do one more lap or not. We might do. Odon's tyre management has become a lot better, and he's going to do one more lap. So we'll see how that soft tyre looks at the end of this lap. His lap time is a 52.2 though. Joker did a 52 flat, so the swap over has just happened there. Joker is now catching him. I think Odon might be okay, but Face Potter was definitely the wrong call. Now he comes into the pits, a lap probably too late. So running order then on lap 28 of 48. Odon leads by 2.5 seconds over Joker. Third is Blue Flag, then Derek in fourth. The Zom is P5. Norris is P6, it's the 7th for Glyn, 8th for Matman, 9th for Face Potter, who drops down behind Mikey and Stufer. They make their way through. Dane is, Dusty Foster's P11. Face Potter refueling up, Dane is P13. Might be battling with him by the time he gets to the end of the straight. He's to have been fairly close all race. Dane goes through. Then onto the medium tyres once again. Slick Shocker getting out of the way by driving on the gravel. That's ill-advised, my friend. I would just get to the other side of the circuit or stay on the racing line and let them go around you. Do not drive in the gravel, because you will have horrible tyres for a couple of corners now. Odon's tyre has just about hung on them, but he's going to be struggling through this last sector. And Joker is taking a handful of time out of him through those corners. To see if you'll have to go very cautiously through this tunnel, because there is not a lot left on that front left tyre, and he's going to be understeering horrifically through here. Big old lift through there, peels off to the right hand side, in goes Odon from the lead. Joker carries on then, and he is only 1.8 seconds ahead of Blue Flag. So these two finally poised. Fuel wise Blue Flag is better. Tyre wise Joker is better because he's on the mediums and Blue Flag's on the hards, but those mediums are more worn. Derek is also in. So Zom goes up to third, keeping himself in the hunt. Getting up to fourth. 3-0 Villa. Well, that's game over then. P5 then, he is on his in lap. Man, very nearly off the track there. The time where runs, he's fine. He's on the hards, plenty of grip left, but plenty of tread left, but the grip's obviously not ideal on those hard tyres. Now on the soft tyres, let's see what he can do. So 50.9, that's his personal best. From the Joker now, just starting to stretch his legs away again a little bit now on the gap up 2.6. I think the tyres might run out before the fuel hit, so let's see how much further he goes. He's been doing... What's he been doing? He did 6 laps at the start, didn't he? And then he pitted on... lap 18, I believe. Can't see. Let's see them. Last time around 51.8 from Joker, 52.5 from Blue Flag, so 7/10 in favour of Joker that time around. Zom is 15 seconds behind his third. Glyn closing down on him then on those soft tyres. And in P5 into the pits he comes. That's his hard tyres over and done with. What does he go on to now? Does he short fuel and go on the softs? Or is it back to mediums? Fuel goes in. That might give us an indication of what he's going to run next. Seems to be filling to the brim, so that will suggest the medium tyres. It is indeed then, so Matman onto the mediums. Once again then, Joker's lead 2.5 seconds. Those tyres are now second hand. Flag seems to be gaining a little bit here. Third, then Glyn closing in. He is flying along on those soft tyres. Almost matching his current personal best. Should pit now, it says Fever. They have one more lap in them, but let's see what he does. He's going to go one more lap. The tyres are okay for another lap, and the fuel should be pretty much done then as well. So Jeff staying on schedule, but Blue Flag is very much in this. Considering he's taking his painful stint, the hard tyres, he's still very much in the mixer. I think Joker definitely got held up by that incident between Stufer and Mikey. Mikey now in P6, Stufer right behind him again, so those two are squabbling. Chasing Odon is now on the hards. Stufer on the mediums, and Stufer getting a good run then through the tunnel, side by side with the Audi and the BMW. You'll have the inside line. Of course, yeah. That's the downside of that. I mean, realistically, Carl really should be allowed to use the mediums really, because he is. I mean, he can be a GT1 driver, but he's probably more GT2, but it is what it is. We appreciate him filling in for us, I'm sure. Director P9. Staying behind him in P10. And Faze Potter in P11. Nomi Norris P12. Man on his differing strategy. Trying to go one stop less. It'll work out for him. We shall see the gap up front then. About the same. Blue Flag done a very good job in this stint then of holding on to Joker. These two definitely in the hunt for the win. Odon in there as well. Mikey maybe a little bit out of it now, but still not too far off the back of it if needed be. And Zom's probably going to be in there or thereabouts somewhere as well. In comes Joker. Blue flag will go round then, so clear track for him. Can he do? So 52 flat. So I'm going to come round. He's still got probably 3 laps left in there. Tank. And then on his final lap on those softs as he's out of fuel. Fine, that's on drop away then down to a 52 flat. 52 0 0 0. Absolute cinema. Joker, Joker's come out right behind this pack of Stuffer, Mikey and Odon. That's not where he wanted to be. Definitely not where he wanted to be. So now he's got traffic, and it's fast traffic as well. Oh, that's ball from Jeff. He's sent that very hard. That he might give back. I think he's missed his braking point there. He does redress. Thankfully, Stuffer, for the second time tonight, gets a car in the door. But this time, no such drama as the first one, where he got put into the gravel on the wall. Jeff there, keen to make a move, just late on the brakes. Oh, he's wide there as well. Kicking up the dirt now, he's keen to make this move. These guys are on differing teams, so he's not under any obligation to let him through. They are battling for position. Blue flag then will be in this time around. What tyres does he go for? Is it the mediums to put himself to the softs on the end? Or does he go for the softs now and try and build that lead to defend at the end, because it's a difficult track to overtake on? There's 12 laps, that'll take it to 44. You can even do 11 laps really, and do 5 laps on the softs then. See how much fuel goes in. That'll give us an indication of which tyre he's going on to. Off the tank, which he looks like he's doing. It's going to be the mediums. Away he goes. Yeah, medium tyres then will be on that car. It will flick over it in a second. Indeed, here comes that gaggle. Blue flag then. Mikey gets through. Stuffer's going to get through, is he? He's going to be battling with him. And Jeff's going to fall in behind then, so that's cost Joker. Blue flag has got track position. But they're now pretty much on the same strategy. They've both got one more stop to make. They can both use the soft tyres. Blue flag hasn't used them yet. He has to, and Joker has the option, if he so wishes, to use them again. But yeah, so Joker now gets the move done on Stuffer, who's got a half-second penalty as well. And they are together. And Mikey just ahead of them as well. Oh, Mikey sideways through that double left. Downhill off camber. And the battle is on then. Blue flag versus Joker. Joker trying to make the move while Sai still getting his tyres up to temperature. Mikey and Odon in this one as well. They're both on the hard tyres. First in top 5. It's two AMGs are from. Don't forget about Zom. He is still leading. 18 seconds to the good. So again, Zom's in this one somewhere, but we don't really know where. Because he double stinted the hards, which completely threw me at the start of the race. Given the medium tyres, it should be absolutely fine. Moving on. And then Mikey now has got blue flag tucked under behind him, and Joker tucked up behind him. So 2 pro-ams leading 3 pros. But those Audis are looking super racy at this moment. Mikey going to have a problem into turn 1. Blue flag is closing. I think he's going to be safe. Yeah, he goes a little bit defensive in his line to turn 1. If he can hold the apex, he'll be fine. He does. Joker all over the back of blue flag as well. Like using all of the track. In the background there, Dusty Fossil and Stuffer still together. These two have not been separated all race. Stuffer wants to get behind his teammate for the night, but I think he should make short work of him, mediums against hard side. Dane going well in P9. Glyn now back on the mediums in P10. Of course, a lot of the drivers ahead of him have yet to stop again. Base Potter in 11th map man, no, that was 12th map man. He's going a different strategy, so his strategy will pay out on his last stop. I mean, there's one less, so he'll make a big jump forward, but the question is, are the gaps going to be too big? We shall see. We'll take Shocker there, kicking up some dirt down the hill. Let's keep on this battle then, so both Joker and Blue Flag have got Mikey. I thought Joker was going for a big old send there. Mikey has been relegated to 5th while he takes his pain on the hard tyres. Just to find out why Mikey pitted when he did. It was a weird time to stop, considering he had plenty of fuel left and plenty of tyres left, which was just after that contact with Stufer. Som pits in from the lead. This gaggle of cars and Odon still got half a tank. He still leads. Blue Flag and Joker took to run behind him then. Blue Flag will get the slipstream a little bit from that AMG. We'll expect that AMG to pull away. Well, Joker is closing on Blue Flag then. We'll take over from Zom. Perhaps. Seems to work though. Mikey seems to have regrouped nicely. Zom then 3/4 fill. That would suggest the soft tyres. No, he's on the mediums again. Short stint then, because he's going to finish on the soft tyres. He'll come up behind Derek, who is not out of this actually. So despite seeming to be a little bit innocuous in the middle part of the race, Derek is still not a million miles away from the lead. Only 6 seconds off the lead of the race, to be fair. So Derek's not out of this one yet either. Stufer is very much in this battle as well. Dusty Fossil's still ahead of him. So Dusty Fossil is also, considering he's run only the hard tyres, only 3.8 seconds off the lead. So Dusty Fossil, that wily old fox, that really old fox, like it's a fossil, it's that old. Very much in the hunt then. Joker and Blue Flag still battling. Odon just in front of them as well on the hard tyres, taking his pain. Odon is racing these guys, so he's not going to let them go. Blue Flag though trying to make it irrelevant and make the move stick anyway, but he's got to worry about the man behind him because those two are in direct competition. Now, fuel-wise, Joker is the best of all three. Blue Flag short fueled a little bit as well, just to get himself out ahead, and it worked a treat. However, he could have done with just a little bit less fuel, maybe clearing that pack, but as it stands, he's ended up in the middle of it, and now Joker is right behind him as they head up towards turn 1. Joker to the inside. Pops out, can he get there on the brakes? No, Blue Flag brakes later. On the line, just squeeze him a little bit there, just catches the dirt on the inside. Ooh, there's a bit of a wobble on the exit there, that might give Joker a run down the hill. Odon's escaped a little bit, Joker's right on the back of him again. It's very difficult to follow through this part though, he's going to move a little bit wide, get some air on the front of that car. Differing lines down the hill, is he looking for the inside line? He is. And Blue Flag's going to go defensive. He's going to run wide, he does. Joker thought about sending it hard up the inside of the camber, bringing Blue Flag back into line. It's like squabbling there right on the back of Odon again, who is on those hard tyres. Mikey's still very much in the hunt here as well. Dusty Fossil has a half-second penalty. Stufer is right there, and Derek's right there as well. Zom, only 12 seconds off the lead. Don't think he's going to win this race. I think this will be the first endurance season he's not going to fluke the win. I say fluke the win. Not going to have a direct hand in it anyway. I think he's maybe got too much work to do then, because everybody's got one stop left to make. That's a half-second penalty for Dusty Fossil and for Stufer then, so Derek will pass Stufer. Stufer still very much on his way to win the AM category. That's the first requirement of the evening. Anything beyond that is a Brucey bonus. Derek is now released and to try and chase down this group ahead of him. Derek could throw a spanner in the works here because he's likely to need to pit earlier. Now he's already used the soft tyres, so he can go into the mediums, so Derek, if he can get a bit of clear track, if he gets lucky with where he comes out from his pit stop, could be a factor in this race still. Moving on, still leads though, but Joker's ahead of blue flag. Joker is ahead of blue flag, so he's got that move done. That's going to be critical because Joker's now going for the lead. He's down the inside of turn 1. Odo sweeps around the outside. But Joker, I think, has got it done. Oh, and blue flag paying one back for last week there, puts Odo in the wall. On the exit turn 1. Gets the move done. Is he going to redress? He does. Odon down the inside. Yeah, so blue flag's going to let him have that back. That was maybe a little bit of aggressive. Oh, blue flag almost lost the back end there. Mikey's now right on the back of this pack again as well. And Dusty Fossil's not far away. Derek's not far away. Zob now only 10 seconds off the lead. Joker has made a critical move for his race. Blue flag knew it. That's why he made that move on the exit of turn 1. Didn't quite come off from where he did, but he had to rough Owen into the wall to do it. But he redressed quickly. He's still only 1.2 seconds behind Joker, so it's very much all to play for. Problem for Sai is he needs more fuel at his final stop than Joker. Joker's got more fuel on board. They're both in the middle for the soft end. Blue flag look at the inside. Is he there this time? He is, but Odo's going to fight it around the outside. But blue flag's going to clear him, and that's critical for Sai's race. Oh, he's caught the cones there. Is that going to be a penalty? He's got away with it. He's got away with one there. However, Odon is all over the back of him here, and we've seen how quick that AMG is in a straight line multiple times already. Mikey pits. He'll go onto the medium tyres and to the end. Blue flag is about to get in a drag race with an AMG. He's defended the inside. And with the better tyres, he can brake later and retain the place. And good defence there from blue flag. Right. Now he needs to get the head down. He needs to get down to the hairpin first and stay in front. Odon is still coming at him. .2 seconds to get them between blue flag and Joker. Now able to put a bit of distance between himself and Odon's AMG. In the twisty section then. AMG will probably pull a little bit back over the bridge, but if he can then pull that gap over, he'll maintain that gap through the twisty section at the end of this bridge. I mean, he doesn't have to worry about being under pressure. He's a little bit wide into the tunnel, but still quicker. Actually means he is. Carl is very much in this hunt still. Derek's also not far away. Look, Derek in 5th, only 6.5 seconds off the lead. Now, he'll be in this time around. Like I said, so Derek's going to pit early. He'll be the first one to blink. Now, he's going to go onto the medium tyres, but if he can get some clear air, I would say that Derek might not be a factor when the pit stops start to shake out, and then Odon is in. So Odon pits, Dusty Fossil pits, and Derek pits. Now, what's Dusty Fossil going on to? Very early to go for the soft tyre. So you have to do a double soft at the end here. 54, Odon's gone 84, so it's fuel to the end. Medium tyres for Odon. Oh, he's come up behind Dusty Fossil. It's Dusty Fossil on the soft tyre then, so Dusty Fossil is probably doing double soft at the end here, which I think was going to rule him out of the contention for the win because they are not going to get all the way to the flag. Derek also then on his way. So Derek and Odon have done their final stops and they're both on the mediums to the end then. It's the race leaders. Joker and blue flag. Now blue flag has to use the soft tyres in the final stint, so we know he's going to be going for at least another 3 or 4 laps. 6 laps is the magic marker, so the end of lap 42. So I'm down to 9.6 off the lead. So yeah, leader doing 51.3, 52.2 from blue flag, but the leader of traffic, but Zom doing a 50.6. So he's pumped in his 3 best laps of the race in the last 3 laps, so he is closing the gap down, but I think he's left himself a little bit too much work to do. That second hard stint, I think, is what kills on. They should have gone to the mediums really for second stint. He might be a lot closer. But still, quite a bit of time to go. Joker, that move he made on Odon, critical. Getting ahead of blue flag when he did, and getting that move on Odon, critical. Because he's built that gap back up again. Flash of the lights as he crosses the start finish line then. Lap 40 of 48, then we are getting into the business end of this race. Down the blue flag, closing in ever so slightly last time around. 51.6 from Joker, 50.7 from blue flag, although he's caught in the dirt there down the hill. I'll give him a bit of a wake up. So blue flag just bringing that gap back down ever so slightly then. Zom now 9.1 off the lead. Glyn in 4th. Face Potter in 5th. Again, once again, has got his tyres absolutely down to the threads. So he'll definitely be in this time around, because there's no way that tyre's too more. Careful through this section, because we saw what happened last time you had this much tyre wear. In a big old crash, so be careful through it this time. That's better. Yep, that's okay. Nobinarosko well, P6, currently leading the AM category. Stufas just pitted, which he has. He's on the soft tyres, which means he's got one more stop to make as well, because they're not going to get to the end. Odon 35 off the lead at the moment. Pit loss time is under 30, so I think it's Joker and blue flag are going to come out in the lead at the moment. Whether or not Odon could do anything about closing that gap down. So Odon's last lap was a 55.5. That was his out lap. So it's difficult to say at the moment. We've got this gaggle of cars here. Face Potter, Nobby Norris, Trusty Fossil. Again, only 4th. Face Potter will be peeling off this time around, because he has got no front left tyre left. Norris is about to get mullered by Dusty Fossil. Looking through the corner. 50 flat. Around the outside into turn 1. Dusty Fossil up to P5. Gap to the lead 2 seconds. Yo-yos between the corners. The evening starting to set now. Oh, half-second penalty for Joker. Half-second penalty for Joker. He will retain the lead, but that gap's going to come right down again. What a time for that to happen for him. He will be cursing that. That will cost him at least a second, if not a second and a half. Gap was 2.5. 1.5 by the time they get into the tunnel. Yeah, so second lost. So I'm now just 7.3 off the lead. And closing as well. The sun starts to set, the lights are ablaze. People see the cars and the lights are that bright. Odon with 51 flat last time around. Joker did a 52.6, 51.4 for blue flag. So Odon is lapping quicker than the race leaders. That means the gap is coming down. So him and Derek are still very much in this hunt. Way to pit as well. So at the minute, Odon is the first driver who's done all of his stops. Catching the back of Nobby Norris. He's on very worn medium tyres. Odon's going to go around the outside. Get up against the wall. Or know to find a way through. This is costing Odon. Oh, he's on the grass. He's on the gravel, sorry. Odon then should get this move done. Oh, Nobby's got dirt his tyres and almost clacks the back of Odon in the braking safe for the hairpin. He got a half-second penalty for his trouble as well. And that will let Derek catch up very quickly. Stufer, yep, got one more stop to make as well. Go back onto the softs, I imagine, double softs at the end. We are now in the window for the soft tyre runners. So blue flag will be in this time around definitely, and I think Joker's got to go with him. Six laps of fuel, gap holding steady at 1.5, 1.6. Expensive, but Jeff's got a lot more fuel because blue flag's on the red line. Yep, Joker's going to peel off here. He pits, blue flag will pit, they both go onto the soft tyre. 14 litres difference. I'm just going to go around for one more lap. Right, Odon's the one we need to watch them. Where is he? Tunnel now, Joker's refuelling. It's going to be well clear, I think. Yeah, Joker's already rolling. Blue flag rolling as well. The gap will have increased because they have the same fuel, but Joker came in with 14 litres more. The gap is 3.6 seconds then. Odon coming across the line. The gap is 5 seconds then, so yeah, maybe he wasn't as close as maybe he could have been. A bit of traffic there definitely hurt him. Guys ahead probably have him covered anyway. So Tom left to pit, Glyn to pit. Surely. Joker then is the first one to have done all of his pit stops then. Dusty Fossil has one more stop to make. He has got enough fuel or tyres to get to the end of this race. Blue flag has about a 3-4 second gap to make up on Joker then. Joker has played this one to perfection so far. It's been an inspired drive from Blue Flag to get himself into contention as well. That hard tyre stint has definitely made this race possible for him. Can he close it out then? But that battle with Odon and Mikey right at the end there. Mikey now in P8 on the hard. Mikey's on the hard tyres again. What? What's going on? Mikey, why are you on the hard tyres? It's on pits from the lead. Right, where does figure or feature on his exit and he's refueling? Joker's on the pit start finish straight. Glyn's in. Dusty Fossil is in. Zom's on his way. Joker will take the lead back. Blue Flag should get P2. I think Zom might be in third here. Yes, indeed. There comes Odon. Derek in fifth, and so Zom has brought himself into play. He's on the podium. He's on the soft tyre. The cars behind him are on slightly more mediums. Can he hang on for the remaining 5 laps of the race then? Oh, those tyres got to hold on for him. The track is cooling. So that should help the tyre wear, and also we've seen that as the races sort of wear on, the track rubbers in and the tyres do last a little bit better at the end of the races. Discs glowing orange there on the Sun Power car. Spinning blue flames as well. So it's a Pro 1-2, and Joker's lead up to 5 seconds now. Took his first win of the season outright at Sardinia. About 3 weeks ago then, this will be his first endurance win of the season. If he can finish it then, oh dear me, that Audi. Trying to swap ends on him through that chicane. Looks like has not given this up. But the minute is almost closer to him than he is to Joker. Hold on then, dropping back then. Zom obviously in the soft tyres. It's quite a P6, and so I think he'll be fairly made up with that. That's good return. As Begani mentioned there, Dusty Foster driven very well, so he's been on the hard tyres for most of this race. The fact he's in the hunt is impressive in itself. Just Mikey's strategy has just completely baffled me. I just don't understand why he's on the hard tyres again. Mikey was very much in the hunt for this earlier on, but I don't know if that collision with Steve just rattled his rhythm a little bit. We shall inquire later on. Indeed, and if anybody's the master of that, it is Dusty Fossil. Kept his nose out of it, picked his battles well. Steve then in P9 is the AM class leader then. Face Potter in P10. Then Nobinara second in AM in 11th, with Dane in 12th. That man in P13, but on the soft tyre. But that man's strategy of going long has just not paid off for him, unfortunately. Didn't have the ultimate pace there, 52s and 53s. When you're also doing 50s and 51s, it's unfortunately just too much time loss over the course of a race, but fair play for trying something. Did say he wasn't getting the most out of his car this week, struggling to get the car rotated. A lot of circuit enjoys, so he's tried something different strategy-wise. It hasn't quite paid off. But when you're not getting the outright pace, why not do something different? That's the shocker. That Legend still going around. Joker's leader down to 3.4. Like then this time around, so Joker's at 50.7, Blue Flag at 49.7. So took a second now for Joker on that last lap. 50.2 from Zom, so Zom also catching the race leader. So the front three are coming together, although Zom is 7 seconds off the lead, so probably not. Each of the Odon pole sitter is now got Derek all over the back of him. For fourth, Derek McDonald. Good upper right, Derek McDonald. P4 and then second in AM, Pro-Am, dangling in front of Derek here. And good early pace, qualified third and second in the first in after clearing the man ahead of us when he had his accident. So where would Odin been without that accident as well? On lap 2 or 3, as he came through this next little chicane on the exit, he clipped the wall, lost himself a good 4 or 5 seconds. So you're right there with Zom. Battle for an overall podium. Stands he will be on the Pro-Am podium. Will it be second or will it be third? We're going on to start the penultimate lap shortly. Front three are fairly equally spread out still. Very good chase there, but Odin seems to have just covered him off for the remainder of this lap then. He was right on him halfway through the lap, so I don't know if there was a mistake somewhere. And then so it was quite nice this track at night, doesn't it? As the dusk comes in, sun goes down, and lights are ablaze. Getting his way down the S's then. Just starting to pull away again, so I just wonder if there's a mistake somewhere from Odon last time around. Derek to close in. Can Derek find anything? His final couple of laps then, try to get back on terms. Glyn in a bit of a lonely P6. Stufer, though, leading the way in 7th for the AM category. Dusty Fossil, as ever, is his shadow tonight. Oh, he's got Mike closing down on him. So Mike on those hard tyres. This glowing bright orange there in the braking zone. Race Potter is P10. Nobby Norris behind him in P11. In P12. And still chasing him down. Both of them on the soft tyre. Front there, the gaps holding steady. Zom chipping away. But too little, too late. So it looks like his streak of a couple of endurance wins in a row is going to come to an end. Then the drivers then are coming around to start the final lap of the racing. 1.5 hours of racing under their belts. One lap to go, and it will feel just reward, I think, for Joker if he can bring this one home. Blue flag 10th quicker on that lap. Zom pretty much matched Joker, down about 2 thousandths of a second difference between Zom and Joker's lap times. So that's how evenly matched the top three are. 10th of a second covers all three of them lap time wise. Derek has got the magnets back on. Odon has been reeled in, so the battle for 4th rages on. Just do for the flash of the lights. Don't forget there's one more lap to do yet, mate. Easing up a lap early. Norris is going to make Face Potter. Oh, Face Potter's front right left tyre is done, and he's got one more lap to do. Nobby Norris needs to get P10 here, because Face Potter is very shortly going to have no front left tyre left. He's already struggling, and Nobby Norris is up the inside, but not quite able to make it done there. However, he needs to be very careful, because Face Potter's going to be very slow through here. Very slow. If he's got any sense, he's going to be very slow. He's going to go off. He's off. He's going to rejoin. He's going to keep it straight. Board marker goes flying. Dane might be able to pick up a place here, and Matman. But up front and out of the chicane, that's the last tricky point. Blue flag's had a drama somewhere and has dropped back. But he will bring it home in P2 then. It has been a superb drive from this man. Led the first stint. Fended off blue flag when he needed to. Got the move done on blue flag, and then Odon in short succession. That was what won him the race. Joker is your Grand Valley Highway winner. Blue flag gets P2. And Zom banks a very solid P3. The battle for 4th, then Odon is going to hold off Derek on the final lap then. 4th for Odon, 5th for Derek. Both strong races from those guys. Glyn in a very lonely P6, but I think he'll be reasonably happy with that. Flash of the lights. Fossilant's going to come home in P7. Just a shocker there, crossing the line. 14. This is supposed to be P7. It's P8 for Mikey, then he's just passed Stufer on the last lap. Although just also dropping down because of his penalty thing, isn't he? Yeah, Dusty Barlow being already at P10. Dane has got Face Potter, as has Matman. Oh, he's about to run out of fuel. That man's run out of fuel on the line. Oh no. So that man ends up P13. Dusty Vossel has been... He finished P7, by the way, for those watching. He's got a penalty there for not using all the tyres, but obviously he wasn't used to use the mediums. What isn't in doubt, though, is the winner, Joker, victorious. And at 4.6 seconds, the eventual winning margin over blue flag. So Pro 1-2 then, Zom coming home in P3 to win Pro-Am, with Odon and Derek completing the Pro-Am podium. 4th and 5th, Glyn wraps up the Pro podium in 6th. And Mikey coming home in 7th. Dusty Foster was 7th. Mikey was 8th. Stufer was 9th. 10th for Nobby Norris. 11th for Dane. 12th for Face Potter. 13th for Matman, running out of fuel on the last lap. Dusty Foster gets the penalty there, but did finish in 7th. So if the stewards stroke admins can make a note of that, please. Static Shocker getting P14, and unfortunately for Johnny Boy, who disconnected early on, then it's P15 for him. Well, then, that then is the end of the action for tonight. Thank you very much for joining me as ever. If you haven't liked the stream, please do so before you go. And if you like the action tonight, we're going to do it all again tomorrow. It is GT1, same time, same place, 8:30. Please do join Jeff, who will be sitting in the luxury of a commentary booth. Doesn't have to worry about any on-track driving tomorrow. He can just watch the GT1 boys go around. I am not here because I'm going drinking. So thank you, Pagani, for taking the pain. But yeah, that is it from me this evening. Thank you very much for joining us. Next week, it is another sprint week, and it is America's finest, Laguna Seca. So, back in sprint action, 3 races coming your way, but from me for this evening, very much so. Thank you for joining us, and good evening.